Who am I to answer President Trump? Have you ever heard of such a thing? And the Senate President said that Nigerians are not complaining, that we like the way we are living. That I can deal with it, but then that the Nigerians are not complaining. I have petitioned the police. I've also petitioned the DSS. The comment is in order. You are not hearing what I'm saying. I'm saying this time, the Senate President of Nigeria did not answer President Trump. And then that the quotation is meant to cause diplomatic row. It is the presidency that will answer President Trump. And all Nigerians are doing their best in that direction. But who is that person that will go and ascribe a comment to the Senate President when he was never met? Communication is very clear that if you are not well informed, you are deformed. And then also, my colleagues, you also think of what you do with the social media that has a lot of breaking news. Breaking news should not break the society. But a situation where somebody will sit in the comfort of his room and produce a report and produce fake pictures of 2023 when the Senate President with senators visited Port Harcourt on a very different thing and say, oh, Senate President answers President Trump. Who am I to answer President Trump? Have you ever heard of such a thing? And the Senate President said that...
My people, this one is trending everywhere. Senate President Godswill Akpabio has finally reacted to a viral post that claimed he spoke against former US President Donald Trump. But in his own words, Akpabio said, "Please, don't put me in trouble. Who am I to reply President Trump?" Now listen carefully, because this story is deep and it's shaking both local and international spaces right now. Before we go deeper, please like this video right now, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss breaking updates like this. Alright, let's gist. What happened is simple but shocking. A few days ago, a viral message started flying all over social media. Some blogs and Facebook pages claimed that Akpabio had responded to Trump's remarks, where Trump reportedly accused Nigeria of not protecting Christians and even mentioned genocide. That post spread fast. People started reacting, and many believed it was true. But Akpabio has now come out boldly to say he never made any statement like that. In his own words, he said the post was false, malicious, and dangerous. He even said he has reported it to security agencies, both the police and the Department of State Services, to trace where the fake post came from. My people, this is where the story begins to get serious. Now pause a bit. If you're just joining this gist, please tap the like button right now and drop a comment below. Do you believe Akpabio when he says he didn't make that statement? Or do you think there might be something more to it? I really want to hear from you. So Akpabio explained that he didn't and would never reply directly to Trump because that is not his duty. He said he's the Senate President of Nigeria, not the spokesperson for the presidency. According to him, only the Nigerian president and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs can officially respond to a world leader like Trump. Now, that statement, "Who am I to reply President Trump?" has become the talk of the day. Some people see it as humility, others as fear, while a few are saying maybe he's just being diplomatic. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. But the matter didn't end there. Inside the Senate itself, there seems to be small tension. The Deputy Senate President, Barrow Jibrin, said something interesting. He boldly said, "I'm not afraid to talk about Trump. Nigeria is a sovereign nation." So right there, you can see two different styles of leadership in one chamber. One careful and diplomatic, the other bold and assertive. Guys, I want you to pause and think about this. This whole thing shows how sensitive international comments can be. A single wrong post, even if it's fake, can cause diplomatic misunderstanding between countries. That's why Akpabio said he is taking this matter seriously. If you're still watching, please click subscribe, because more details are coming. Let's keep going. Now, let's talk about the root of all this. President Trump's comment. He recently described Nigeria as a country of particular concern over alleged killings of Christians. That's a strong label in diplomatic language. It means the US is watching closely. When that statement came out, people around the world began to ask, what's going on in Nigeria? And before the government could even respond officially, that fake post about Akpabio started spreading. So you see how fake news can jump ahead of real information. That's what Akpabio is angry about, because it paints a picture that Nigeria is already replying in anger, when in truth, no one from government had spoken yet. Let's break this down so everyone can understand. Imagine you're the leader of a big organization, and someone posts online pretending to speak for you, saying something you never said. That can cause real trouble. That's exactly what Akpabio is trying to avoid. He said this kind of misinformation can put him and the whole country in a difficult position. And I have to say this, he has a point, because international diplomacy is not street talk. One wrong statement can change relationships, trade discussions, even security cooperation. That's why he's being careful. But here's the interesting twist. Akpabio's calm response is being interpreted differently by Nigerians. Some are saying he's showing wisdom, staying out of unnecessary drama. Others say he's playing too safe, that a true leader should be able to defend his country without fear. Which side are you on? Drop your view below. Please also like this video. It helps the channel grow so that more Nigerians can get balanced news and real updates. Now, let's talk about something bigger behind this. This story is not just about one man denying a statement. It shows a larger issue: how fake news has become a weapon in politics. Every day, people create posts, edit photos, and spread lies for likes and attention. And once it spreads, it's hard to stop. Akpabio even said the fake post used his photo and an official-looking logo to make it believable. So this brings us to a very important question. Who is behind all these fake stories? And what is the goal? Some believe it's political rivalry. Others say it's just mischief by content creators looking for clicks. Either way, the damage is real. If you agree that fake news is a big problem today, please type "I agree" in the comments right now. And don't forget to subscribe, because this is not the last we will hear of this. Now, let's connect this to the wider political environment. Nigeria is facing several sensitive issues: security, religion, international image, and now this new diplomatic noise. The government has to be careful, because any word that sounds dismissive can be misinterpreted by foreign observers. And at the same time, silence can also be seen as weakness. So you see, it's a very thin line. Akpabio's move to involve security agencies might be a way to set an example. He wants to show that fake news will not go unpunished, especially when it involves national leaders. If they trace the people behind it, it could lead to arrests and maybe new laws to regulate false information. By the way, if you're still watching and enjoying this gist, please tap the like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe. That's the best way to support real storytelling like this. Now, let's look at the other side. The Deputy Senate President's reaction. Barau Jibrin said he is not afraid to speak. He believes that if a world leader like Trump makes a claim against Nigeria, then any Nigerian leader should be able to respond boldly. His view is that silence can be taken as acceptance. That's another way to look at it. So, here we have two approaches. One is caution and diplomacy. The other is assertiveness and national pride. Both have points, but which one works best depends on timing and tone. If the response is not handled well, it can either calm the storm or make it worse. Now think about how this story shows the power of information. In today's world, one tweet, one Facebook post can shake entire governments. That's why leaders now spend as much time clarifying misinformation as they do making real decisions. Let's not forget, the same kind of fake post has affected other Nigerian politicians before. Even Peter Obi, Atiku, Tinubu, all have faced fake quotes or edited videos online. It's a trend, and it's damaging trust. So my people, it's time for everyone, especially content creators, to verify before posting. When you see a viral quote from a major leader, take a second to confirm from real sources. Because once you share false info, it's not just a joke anymore. It becomes part of the global narrative. If you're learning something from this gist, please hit the like button again. It really helps the channel grow. As we round up, the big takeaway is this. Akpabio may be cautious, but he's also trying to protect Nigeria from unnecessary international drama. He said it clearly. Who am I to reply Trump? Meaning that's not his lane. He wants the presidency to handle it officially. On the other hand, the Senate is showing that some members want to speak up more firmly for Nigeria's image. So both sides, in their own way, want to defend the country. Now, what happens next? The security agencies might release a report on their investigation soon. The Senate may decide to make an official statement once they've discussed it properly. And the presidency could also issue a diplomatic clarification. When that happens, it will set the record straight internationally. So, what do you think will happen next? Will Akpabio's move calm things down, or will it open another round of debate in the Senate? Drop your thoughts below. And please, before you go, like this video, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon so that anytime there's a new update, you'll be among the first to know. Alright, my people, that's where I'll pause for now.